This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only.
The Democratic National Convention nominates Barack Obama by acclamation as its candidate for November's presidential election. Hundreds of media outlets from across the globe have descended on Denver to cover the convention. What did the Arab media say about Joe Biden and Jimmy Carter in light of this event? Answers to these questions and more on Link TV's Mosaic Intelligence Report.
It has been a dizzying week trying to watch most of the speeches at the Democratic National Convention while they are talked over by network anchors, then sliced and diced by their best political teams. CNN's Wolf Blitzer and company took center stage in the arena like sportscasters, while other network anchors reported from sky boxes, each offering his or her take on the performance of the speakers in a party-like atmosphere. Arab media was no exception. Several Arab networks dispatched their best anchors to Denver to beam a sliver of American politics to more than 300 million viewers in the region. Will Obama end the nightmare that Bush created in the Middle East? Debated their own pundits and best political teams on television? Al Jazeera promised its viewers an in-depth coverage of the US election, but it always comes down to the Palestinian-Israeli litmus test. Arabs no longer question US support to Israel. They no longer have illusions that a new American president would somehow do a 180-degree turn and change US policies in their favor. Instead, they now measure things based on how pro-Israel the candidates are. In the United States, Obama's choice of Biden as a vice presidential running mate was seen by some critics as tacit admission that he lacked sufficient experience in this area. Not in the Arab media. This was seen as a shrewd maneuver to woo American Jewish voters and pro-Israeli groups in the United States. Within minutes of last Saturday's announcement that Democratic Senator and former presidential candidate Joe Biden would be Barack Obama's running mate in the 2008 presidential election, I started to receive emails linking to an interview Biden had on the Jewish cable television network Shalom TV in March 2007. The senator from Delaware expressed strong support for Israel, calling it the single greatest strength America has in the Middle East, and emphatically declaring that you don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist.
That Israel is the single greatest strength America has in the Middle East. When I was a young senator, I say, if I were a Jew, I'd be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Carter's no speech at the DNC was a big story in the Arab press. According to several Arab pundits, Democrats were determined not to allow the former president to spoil their Denver party with talk of even-handed policies in the Middle East. So, after a video of Carter's work helping to rebuild homes in Gulf Coast areas devastated by Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was screened, former US President Jimmy Carter, holding wife Rosalind's hand, did a quick stroll on stage and waved without a word. Carter spoke at the 2004 convention. However, this was before the publication of his controversial book, Palestine, Peace Not Apartheid, and his subsequent claims that pro-Israel activists were trying to silence him and any efforts to debate US support for the Jewish state. Did the self-proclaimed Zionist Biden pull the plug on Carter, or was it Obama? Argued an Egyptian analyst on the Iranian Arabic-speaking Al-Manar TV. When asked about why he did not speak at the convention by Amy Goodman, Carter simply replied,
"Well, I was on the program."
Did you speak?
No, I had a
I know, I saw
video.
you wave.
No, well, we had a video ahead of time. You didn't see the movie. That was it.
Very good.
That was it.
I'm Jamal Dajani for the Mosaic Intelligence Report. To learn more about this program or to share your thoughts, visit us at linktv.org/mosaic.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now!, here to ask you for support for Mosaic, world news from the Middle East. You know, in media news, a new study shows that corporate news coverage of the Iraq War has dropped sharply in the last 4 months. According to the Project for Excellence in Journalism, the Iraq War accounted for just 15% of news coverage, 19% of the network evening newscasts. We need more coverage of the Middle East, not less. We are talking right now about living in a time of war, and it is up to us in a democratic society to decide what to do about that. Mosaic provides information from the Middle East, from countries in the Middle East, from a Middle Eastern perspective. It is invaluable. And right now they need $200,000 to continue their work, to continue their coverage, to bring you their fall lineup of this essential program. The number to call to make your pledge is 866-485-8848. That's 866-485-8848. You can also pledge online at linktv.org. Please pledge as much as you can. Information is power. When you have information, you are empowered to do something about it. That's what Mosaic provides. Again, they're trying to raise $200,000. In order to do this, you can be a small or large part of that. Pledge 25, pledge 50, pledge 200, pledge 500. Mosaic needs you. If you've needed Mosaic for information, now they're asking you to help them reach their goal. That number again is 866-485-8848. That's 866-485-8848. Make your pledge, make it now. You can also pledge online at linktv.org. That number is the lifeline for Mosaic. 866-485-8848. Make the call that makes the difference. This is viewer-sponsored media. You are the engine of this program. Mosaic provides a unique perspective from many different countries in the Middle East. Please give your support to independent media. 866-485-8848. And thanks so much.
This program was brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. television network devoted to global and national news, with uncompromising documentaries and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.